Hey everybody, D here at Daily Gaming, and I'm back with another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. And in today's episode, I'm going to go out and look for uh, the Beaver. I keep wanting to say its real name, what it's called in the game, but I have no idea how to say that word. It hurts my head trying to, so I'm just going to call him a Beaver. But taming a Beaver is fairly simple, but also a challenge in this game. Hey, what's up, Lammy? How's it going? Um, taming a beaver is simple, but also very hard. Uh, you can use a taming pen. You can use something as simple as a bola to tame up one, and all you need is some vegetables. Obviously, or kibble. Measure berries will work, but that's the last thing on the list you want to use. You want to try using at least vegetables. Um, that's good, man. Hey, leveled up. Now the hardest thing about taming a beaver is that they're pack creatures. They're always by the lake around the dams. There's always several of them nearby. I think on the island they're a bit scattered around, so you might only have two or three together. But on Ragnarok, I've only seen them coming together in groups of 8. I mean, they're huge groups. So one of them on its own, you might be able to outrun, and you might be able to kill or tame without using anything besides a bola. I mean, you wouldn't even need to use a bola. You just need to keep running around some rocks or trees. But a group of them coming at you, yeah, you're gonna get devoured pretty quick. Uh, and I mean, they'll even take on a group of terror birds. Like one of them might die, but if 2 or 3 terror birds come down by this lake, all 8 of them will kill the terror birds with 1 or 2 casualties. I mean, beavers are pretty mean in this game. So, you gotta be a little careful around them, so just take your time. I'm gonna go ahead and just build up a small one-shot taming pen. Just some simple stone foundation, windows, and 1 door for me to get in and out. And then once it's tamed, I'm just gonna destroy most of it. I'm just gonna destroy one of the walls and let the beaver out. And I might leave it there to use it later on, because I don't plan on aiming for a high-level beaver. Yeah, the first time you tame one of these beavers, you do not want a high-level one. You want to get a lower-level one. You want to get a level one because these things torpor, it plummets fast. I mean, even for a low-level beaver, I've brought in a lot of narcotics. More narcotics than what I'm going to need, but just to give you an idea of how much narcotics you're going to need if you try and tame a high-level one. Oh, and I gotta land. Let's make sure it's all safe here real quick. Looks good. Alright, let's get some stamina back. We're actually almost there. It's just a little bit further ahead. Oh, really? You think you can get fire wyverns in this game? Yeah, I've heard of ice wyverns, and I've seen the griffin. Well, I've seen the ice wyverns and griffins, but I haven't heard of a fire one. I'd be surprised if you couldn't, though. I mean, especially with the volcano right there. And there's also up by the highlands on the top right side of the map, there's a huge chasm that goes deep into the ground, and it looks like the chasm from Scorched Earth where a bunch of dragons hang out. So I think that might be able to go in there and like farm dragon eggs and stuff. I haven't actually gone in there because I'm a wimp and it looks scary, but that's the way it looks. Alright, let's see. There's a terror bird right there. There's 2 of them. Huh. Hopefully you guys didn't kill off the beavers. Another one over there. Alright, let's see if I can try and do this. Here we go. Got him. was one of them. Yeah, see, that's the other thing I love about the Argentavis. You can swoop in, and you can pick up a terror bird or a raptor. Missed it. Got it. You can swoop in, pick up a terror bird, a raptor, or something like that. And you can devour it while flying high up in the air where the other ones can't get you, so you're safe. Oh, you're eating your brother. Oh, got it now. There we go, that was easy. The other thing I forgot to mention about with the terror bird, or with the Argentavis, is, you know, Argentavis harvests a kill, actually gets a huge healing boost. So every time I harvest, well, the other ones are gone. But you can see I have it going on right now. Here, let's make. Yeah, the green cloud. Oh, just disappeared. But you probably saw it. The green cloud around his face with like little bubbles coming off of him. In the top upper right-hand corner by Pepper's stats, there was a little countdown, and that was the healing boost. So if you're ever in a tough fight when you're riding Argentavis, try and go for the weakest one if you're starting to lose health. That'd be the easiest way to you know, get a little health boost mid-fight. But alright, now when you're trying to lure out one of... Oh, actually I need to set my pen first. Let's see. Right here might not be too bad. Alright, Lemmy, you have a good one, man. So I know you say you're from Australia. It's like 1 a.m. or something like that there. You have a good one. Alright, let's see. Yeah, see, right here's not far enough away. I'm going to aggro the other beavers, and they're going to be chasing me for a minute. I'm going to try and find a spot that's a little bit further away. Let's look up here. Yeah, up here is going to be a safer bet. You just got to be careful, because I haven't been through this area yet, so I already know there's going to be a bunch of raptors, carnos, and possibly T-Rexes. I've flown around this area, but I haven't actually cleared it out. There's going to be some dangerous things up here waiting to bite me. Ooh, a loot drop right there. Alright, I'll have to go for that in a second. Alright, it looks safe for the moment. Come on. Let's take that. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, I brought 400 narcotic with me. Oh, actually, I need more arrows. There we go, that helps. I have 8. Let's see, let's do... Alright, I'll give you 58 arrows, so that should be more than enough. I forgot to... Why do I only have 4 stone foundation? That is nowhere near enough. That's only half. I mean, son of a... Alright, well I need to gather some resources real quick. I don't know why I only built 4 of those. I know that's nowhere near enough. Where do you want? Make sure you're... Alright, let's get some stone. Let's get a little bit of wood. Oops, that was more than I meant. get some thatch. Shouldn't need fiber. Alright, that should be enough. Perfect. Alright, 4. Alright, let's get right back over here. Let's go ahead and clear out these little bushes real quick so I can see. Alright, there we go. Awesome. Now, as you can see, I'm only building a 2x2 pen. Nothing too big. That's fine. Oh, Lord, excuse me. Let's see. That's 1. Oh, no, I'm having a sneezing fit. There we go. Man. Man, I'm really sorry about this. Holy cow. This came out of nowhere. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna set my door down, or my door frame right there. My door. Bam, all done. Got ourselves a little taming pen for a beaver. Alright. Now let's go over there and check out that loot drop real quick before it disappears. I was keeping my eye on it. I saw it just touch down, so we should have plenty of time. Now, beavers are passive. You can fly down and walk around them and everything like that, and they will not do anything about it. They are very passive and friendly. Ooh, flashlight blueprint. Is that an Argentavis saddle? Ooh, wrong button. Hold on. Here, let's flap a little bit real quick. Get off the ground. Oh, that's a Mastercraft Pteranodon saddle. Very nice. Holy crap. And then blueprint for a flashlight. Very nice. That I cannot believe. I've gotten Mastercrafted saddles before, but I've yet to get a Mastercrafted saddle for something I own. So this is pretty cool. Oh man, that's awesome. But alright, so as you can see, there's a bunch of beavers over there, and there's a bunch over here. And there's actually another lake too with them. You got 2 different ways of. Ooh, is that an ovis? I don't think it is. I think it's a deer or a moose thing. Yeah, a megalosaurus. I think that's a Trudon up ahead, so I'm going to get off of that side. There's a couple of different ways you can capture beavers. Uh, when you're riding, well, there's a couple of different ways you can find a beaver you want. One is simply just going around and using a spyglass and looking at them, or actually, you'll be perfect. Yeah, just going around and finding the one you want, and then just swooping in and grabbing it. Now, even when you pick it up, even though it's wild, it's not going to attack you. It's just going to chill. See? Nothing. She's just hanging out. So let's go up here to my taming pen and drop her in. It's a cool looking brontosaurus back there. Alright, we got a touchdown. And she's stuck in there. She's not going to be able to get out. So she's good. And she can't break through stone. So we now have a beaver. Now, another really good way is if... Let's see. What's eating you up? Nothing. I think she's being a weird... I think she's being a Gallimimus and just... Here, hold on. Let's try and clear out... Also, if you don't have a spyglass, but you have an Argentavis, this is a good way too. You can just pick it up, and then you can just finagle the camera a little bit, and you'll see it's level. Drop you off of over here. Now here's another really good way to attract them towards you, so you can have your picking. Come on. Well, I'm trying to show you, but there's so many right next to me. You want to wait until there's none around, and then you can actually loot these beaver dams. It's a really good source of wood and cementing paste. I mean a lot of wood and a lot of cementing paste. You can get a crap load, several hundreds worth, just from this one. Now this is a giant one. I know you can find smaller ones, and the smaller ones are kind of like teepees, or like just like a... they look like a little camping tent, but just with wood. I know you can find those too, and they have less resources in them. But these big ones right here, you can get like several hundred wood and cementing paste. But if you walk over and just accessing the inventory, whether you take anything or not, just messing with it, it'll draw all the beavers around. You know what? Let's do it real quick. Hold on. Put you on stop. See, I can walk up and I can touch it and nothing. There was a beaver right over there somewhere. Nothing. This one's... There we go. You gotta like finagle yourself into a weird spot to access the inventory on this one. But as soon as I access the inventory... There he is. All of them in a certain area here. See him coming at me? All of them within a certain distance aggro, and they come flying at you. Yeah, so that's another good way to find some beavers. If they're like swimming in the water and you can't see them or anything like that, yeah, just screw with their dam a little bit and they'll come at you. Now I think that might have actually aggroed the one that was up here too. Nope, it didn't. He was out of range. Okay. Yeah, it is within a certain range. It's not like it's not like doing it is going to aggro every single beaver that's associated with that dam. No, it's within a certain range. Alright, but I think I'm actually good to get started. I wonder if... No, it won't let me. Okay. Alright, then when you're taming a beaver, if you've ever used a taming pen, just take your time and go, and just take your time and be careful. You don't want to get too close to the wall because they can hit you through the wall. So you just want to stay, about this far away, out of its range, depending on how big the creature is. You just want to stay a good distance away, and then you just want to take little pop shots at them. And then, as always, keep your eye on it. Make sure it doesn't get too bloody. At the start, you can shoot it pretty quick, but then as you go, as you start seeing blood and stuff, really slow down and lay off of it. And just take a shot every several seconds. But let's go ahead and... Yeah, I got the right arrows, okay. Let's go ahead and tame this guy. Now, this one's only a level, what was it, 20? So it should go down pretty quick. And I also plan on taming up another beaver. Oh, already down. Yeah, level 15, that's what this one was. A high level one take much, much longer than that. But, that's normal to be expected. Look at his torpor. Already dropping. Or her torpor. It's already dropping. She only has 600 torpor. Wow, so we're actually going to have to, I'm actually going to have to be really quick. Huh, she might be too low of a level. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get back and get my vegetables. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get my vegetables, so I might have to actually let her... See, because I've only tamed a beaver 3 times, and each time I've done it was a high level one. So I've never tamed a low level one like this, so it's throwing me off a little bit. Alright, so I might actually just... let's try it. Let's, wrong button. Let's go ahead and give you that 4. And you can leave that door open. I mean, the beaver's not going to be able to get out, but then, things are going to be able to get in. But alright, I'm going to haul back as quick as I can, and I might be able to make it in one shot. I'm not sure. If I can, that might help. But once I get back, I might actually take my Pteranodon back, because he's faster. But yeah, I mean, you saw how quick the torpor was dropping. Their food does not drop anywhere near as fast. Their food drops very slow. So you really gotta you need a large amount of narcotics when you're going to tame one. And I don't think it matters what kind of vegetable you give it, just vegetables in general. Now we got the boring part of me going back. I was really hoping that or I really didn't think his torpor was gonna be that little and drop that quick. That's crazy. But oh yeah, I plan on taming another one, a higher level one. It's just that it takes a very long time to tame a beaver, a high level beaver using vegetables. I didn't want to do it on camera, on streaming. I was hoping to do it off stream later on. So I'm going to tame this one up and just use it to gather up some resources, because I don't think its level is going to affect how much resources it gets. Actually, that's going to be something I need to experiment with. I'm going to need to tame a high level one and see how much it can gather compared to a low level one. I mean, not how much it can carry, because I know a higher level one's going to be able to carry more because it's a higher level, so it should have more weight, so it should be able to carry more. But its level shouldn't affect if it can gather 100 wood or 200 wood or whatever. Alright, almost back. 'Cause if it's possible, I'd like to get back and try and do it before it wakes up. But if it wakes up again, it's no big deal. I mean, it only took like, what, 4 shots for it to go down? It still had plenty of health. It's not like I was in danger of killing it or anything like that. Come on. What do I have in here? That should be more than enough. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and grab something of potatoes or corn, whatever. Just in case. That should be... Those 30 lemons and that, what was it, 15 carrots? That should have been more than enough. Let's actually land real quick and put whatever points you have into your stamina. That's only going to help. Oh, you got a lot of meat on you. I need to take that off. Alright, come on. You know, it's funny because once you get up a little bit higher off the ground, it's a bit hard to tell which one's faster. Like, right now my Pteranodon doesn't feel like it's really going much faster than the Argentavis was, but I know he is faster than the Argentavis. Yeah, like he's actually feeling like he's going a bit slower. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna make it to the rocks. Why is your weight so high? It's killing your stamina. Was that all that meat you had? Because I've already got to land. Holy cow. Stop sprinting. Should be just enough to land. Oh, it's me. Yeah. Just drop all this stuff for now. Yep, and it's that. There we go. Alright, so he was going a little bit slower than he normally does. That's because his weight was almost capped out. His stamina, he was eating stamina up, trying to fly. Okay. Yeah, that beaver's definitely going to be up before I get back. Oh, I wanted to say on one of my previous episodes when I was trying to tame an Argentavis, it wasn't going that well, and I kept screwing it up. I mean, it ended up not being too bad. It didn't lose that much taming effectiveness. I think I only lost like 1 more level than I would have. And the reason I was screwing it up was because normally with an Argentavis, I starve it out, and for some reason that time I didn't. And that's what screwed it up. Normally I'll starve it out until I'll let its food drop about 1,000 points, and then I'll let his food drop anywhere from 800 to 1,000 points, and then around 800 points, and then I'll go out and hunt for raw prime meat. That way, once I give it to him, it'll eat most of it up in one go, and it's almost an instant tame. Now, when you do it like that, its taking effectiveness isn't going to be as high as it could be, but it's not much of a difference either. Yep. She's awake. That's to be expected. Alright. Let's put you on... Good, you're on neutral. Leave you right there. That's to be expected. That's no problem at all, though. She's only level 15. So we'll just knock her back out real quick. I think it was only like, what, 4 arrows and she went down? Oh, maybe it was more. There she goes, back down. Alright. You see, and there's one thing that's not too bad about this method. Uh, when they're trapped like this, and if you let them wake up, their food is still down low. So, like, you can see her food, it wasn't at 2,000. Like, when she woke up, her food didn't just jump back up. It was still down. So, it's actually not a bad taming method. I've heard of some people doing it. Now, the problem with it is that means you have to knock them back out, and depending on what weapon you have, they might not survive being knocked out again. Like this one, I could probably knock her out one more time, but then I would have to tame her that time. I couldn't let her wake up and then knock her out again because I'd kill her. Say if the food isn't maxed out, her health won't regenerate. So it's a valid thing you can do. You just need to be careful about it. But let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't need any. I hardly needed any of that. She went up to 53%, and I think she only ate like 2 or 3 potatoes. That was it. So now it's just a waiting game. We're gonna have to feed her some more narcotics here soon. And I think one thing on narcotics gives them 40 torpor. So you can actually go through and do the math and see how much you're going to need. Because I did it with a high level one once. I figured out that I needed like a stack of, I want to say it was like a stack of 38. Like I could let their torpor drop down to 300, and I could force feed them a stack of 38, and his torpor would go all the way up to max, almost perfectly, before it would start dropping again. And that's another nice thing about it. If you know you're going to need more narcotics when you're doing a tame, let their torpor drop really low. Because in Ark, when you give them narcotics, their torpor stops dropping. It's not like in some other games, it has odd mechanics where, let's say in another game, it might give 40 torpor, but as it consumes that torpor, its torpidity is still dropping. So it'll gain 40 torpor, but because it's naturally still dropping as time goes, it actually only gains like 36, 34 torpor, something like that. There's not too many games that do that, but there are the games out there that do that. In Ark, when you give them a thing of narcotics and their torpor goes up by 40, their torpor does not drop at all until it goes up by 40. I mean, once it goes up by 40 points, then it drops. So you can actually increase how much time you have to tame them without with needing less narcotics. Um, because if you let their torpor drop down by like 100 points and you give them 3 or 4 and then drops down by another 100 points, I think you're using more than what you'll need. Whereas letting it drop down a lot like this, you can fill it up completely to max, and then you have to sit there and wait for it to fill up to max, and then you got to wait for it to drop back down to where it was. I think it actually ends up saving you narcotics. And see, I gave them 9 that time. So what is that? That was 360 narcotics. Yeah, I'm not good with mental math and stuff. So I'm actually gonna need. So that'll be somewhere around 500 torpor. And I might not need to give her any more after that because she's at 80.6. She eats about every 40 points. Yeah, see, if you look at her food's only dropping by about 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, it drops really slow. Alright, our torpor should start going down soon. Or was it closer to... Oh, no, I can't remember if I... Yep, there it goes. Yeah, I was right. 500. Okay. So let's see. I shouldn't need to give her more, but let's get her more ready. Once it drops down to about 200, I will give her another 6. And that should be more than enough to tame her. So let's go ahead and stack all that up. Oop, I need water. I'm going to get dehydrated soon. Yeah, I shouldn't need to use any more narcotics. But you can see her taming effectiveness didn't drop down that much. But she was a low level one. It's not a long tame. So, I mean, using vegetables, you're still going to get a good tame out of it. Just not as... For a high level one, it's you're going to get some loss, but not much. So, wrong button. Alright. Any minute now. Come on, girl. I really don't want to have to give you any more narcotics. I mean, I'm willing to ride it out until she drops down to 50 torpor before I give her more, but shouldn't need to. Now, some people say it's bad and you should never let her torpor drop more than halfway, and I don't see a reason not to. I mean, as long as you have the narcotics to get your tame back up to full, there it goes. I don't see any reason why you can't let him. All right, let's see. Let's call her Babs. There we go. Alright, Babs here. Let's take all these vegetables because you do not need them. Oh, one thing I forgot. I needed my Argentavis. I gotta carry her back. Well, let's, put you on stop. Yeah, completely forgot. I was so worried about just getting back quickly, even though I knew she was going to wake up before I got back, that I didn't even think about the fact I was going to need my Argentavis. But you know, as you can see, letting them wake up again after you started taming them, or once you've knocked them unconscious, isn't that bad. When I started taming her taming effectiveness was still at 99.9%. It finished at 99.6. So even though I had knocked her out, her health had dropped down a little bit, and she had woken up, and I knocked her out again, it didn't affect taming effectiveness at all. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. And with certain dinosaurs, it's actually a valid method for taming because they have so much food, and they're such a long tame. Doing it like that, as long as they have the health to back up doing it. Like, I know some creatures, when you tame them, they barely survive getting knocked out. So it's something you got to be very careful with, and it's something you're gonna have to experiment with. Oops, I'm not gonna make it. Really need to bump this guy's stamina up. Yep, there it goes. And when I did that little twist there, it was that's the I'm out of stamina and I'm landing no matter what you're doing twist. But another thing I forgot to mention, you might have noticed that when I first started, my hair color was different. I was messing around with dye a little bit, made some dye the other day. or yesterday. And I went ahead and dyed his hair in his beard, like a navy blue color. Uh, Making dyes is really easy. It's done in the cooking pot, and it's just a variance. It's just you needing a different variety of berries. Um, but it's also really touchy apparently. Like I was reading something, and because like I don't know what combination of berries will make what color, so I looked it up, and it said right on there, it had a note. It said warning, having a like let's say it takes 5 of the blueberries with one narco berry to make navy blue. I can't remember what it actually was, but let's say it's something like that. If you were to if you're sitting there thinking, all right, well, I want that color, I'm going to need more than that amount, so I'll just double up the amount to get more navy blue dye or whatever. It actually doesn't work like that. Like one batch you get might be or should be navy blue, but then like the next batch actually won't be navy blue or something like that. Like it was really weird. Or it's something like if you have, like let's say, I don't know, to simplify it, let's say you need 5 blueberries to make blue. Then you use one thing of spark powder to actually make the blue. If you have a thing of spark powder in there and you have a thing of charcoal in there, it'll use spark. It doesn't matter how much you have of each. It'll make one batch of regular blue, and then it will make another batch of like baby blue or navy blue using the charcoal also. So like if you have a wide variety of ingredients in there, you need to empty them out because it won't just make that one ingredient. It's going to cook up everything it can, whether you want it to or not. So you got to be careful with it. But you know what? This episode's gone on for about 40 minutes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there. The beaver is not really anything too special to show. I think I'll do a little brief recap over the beaver on my next episode. But I mean, there's not a whole lot to show. I'm pretty much just gonna grab her, take her back to base, and put a saddle on her, and start gathering some resources so I can start getting ready to build my so I can start building the foundations, the ceilings, the walls I'm gonna need for my base. Not a whole lot more to it really. But hopefully this was helpful to you when you taming a beaver. Just remember, with a high-level beaver, you're gonna need a lot of narcotics. A massive amount of narcotics. It's scary how much you're gonna need. So just keep that in mind before you take one of those guys on. And that was why I went with a low-level one. Even with a low-level one, I needed more narcotics than I've used on almost any other tame I've had so far. I don't think I've used any had to force feed any narcotics to a tame so far. I don't think so. Maybe one of them. But I mean, with taming a level 15 beaver, I had to. So, but yet again, one last time. Hopefully this is helpful to you. And I guess I'll see you next time.